Hello, everyone. We're going to continue The One and Only Ivan. I'm reading this with permission of HarperCollins Children's Book Publishing. The author is Katherine Applegate. Stella's trunk is a miracle. She can pick up a single peanut with elegant precision, tickle a passing mouse, tap the shoulder of a dozing keeper. Her trunk is remarkable, but still, she can't unlatch the door of her domain. Circling Stella's legs are long ago scars from the chains she wore as a youth. Her bracelets, she calls them. When she worked at the famous circus, Stella had to balance on a pedestal for her most difficult trick. One day, she fell and injured her foot. When she went lame and lagged behind the other elephants, the circus sold her to Mack. Stella's foot never healed completely. She limps when she walks, and sometimes her foot gets infected when she stands in one place for too long. Last winter, Stella's foot swelled to twice its normal size. She had a fever, and she laid on the cold, damp floor of her domain for 5 days. They were very long days. Even now, I'm not sure she's completely better. She never complains, though, so it's hard to know. At the Big Top Mall, no one bothers with iron shackles. A bristly rope tied to a bolt in the floor is all that's required. They think I'm too old to cause trouble, Stella says. Old age, she says, is a powerful disguise. It's been 2 days since anyone's came to visit. Mack is in a bad mood. He says we're losing money hand over fist. He says he is going to sell the whole lot of us. When Thelma, a blue and yellow macaw, demands, "Kiss me, big boy," for the 3rd time in 10 minutes, Mack throws a soda can at her. Thelma's wings are clipped, so she can't fly, but she can still hop. She leaps aside just in the nick of time. "Pucker up," she says with a shrill whistle. Mack stomps his foot and slams the office door shut. I wonder if my visitors have grown tired of me. Maybe if I learned a new trick or two, it would help. Humans do seem to enjoy watching me eat. Luckily, I am always hungry. I'm a very gifted eater. A silverback must eat 45 pounds of food a day if he wants to stay a silverback. 45 pounds of fruit and leaves and seeds and stems and bark and vines and rotten wood. I also enjoy the occasional insect. I'm going to try to eat more. Maybe then I will get more visitors. Tomorrow I will eat 50 pounds of food. Maybe even 55. That should make Mack very happy. I explain my plan to Bob. "Ivan," he says, "trust me on this one. The problem is not your appetite." He hops onto my chest and licks my chin, checking for leftovers. Bob is a stray, which means he does not have a permanent address. He is so speedy, so wily, that mall workers gave up trying to catch him. Bob can sneak into cracks and crevices like a trapped rat. He lives well off the ends of hot dogs that he pulls from the trash. For dessert, he laps up spilled lemonade and splattered ice cream cones. I've tried to share my food with Bob, but he is a picky eater and says he prefers to hunt for his food himself. Bob is tiny, wiry, and fast, like a barking squirrel. He is nut brown colored and big-eared. His tail moves like weeds in the wind, spiraling and dancing. Bob's tail makes me dizzy and confused. It has meanings within meanings, like human words. I am sad, it says. I am happy, it says. Beware, I may be tiny, but my teeth are sharp. Gorillas don't have any use for tails. Our feelings are uncomplicated, and our rumps are unadorned. Bob used to have 3 brothers and 2 sisters. Humans tossed them out of a truck onto the freeway when they were a few weeks old. Bob rolled into the ditch. The others did not. His first night on the highway, Bob slept in the icy mud. When he woke, he was so cold that his legs wouldn't bend. The next night, Bob slept under some dirty hay near the big top garage bins. The following night, Bob found the spot in the corner of my domain where the glass is broken. I dreamed that I'd eaten a furry donut, and when I awoke in the dark, I discovered a tiny puppy snoring on my belly. It had been so long since I'd felt the comfort of another's warmth, I wasn't sure what to do. Not that I hadn't had any visitors. Mack had been in my domain, of course, and many other keepers, and I'd seen my share of rats zip past, and the occasional wayward sparrow had fluttered through the hole in my ceiling. But they never stayed long. I didn't move all night for fear of waking Bob. Once I asked Bob why he didn't want a home. Humans, I'd noticed, seemed to be irrationally fond of dogs. I could see why a puppy would be easier to cuddle with than, say, a gorilla. "Everywhere's my home," Bob answered. "I'm a wild beast, my friend, untamed and undaunted." I told Bob he should work in the shows like Snickers, the poodle who rides Stella. Bob said Snickers sleeps on a pink pillow in Mack's office. He said she eats foul-smelling meat that comes from a can. He made a face. His lips curled, revealing his tiny needle teeth. "Poodles," he said, "are parasites." Mack gives me a fresh crayon, a yellow one, and 10 pieces of paper. "Time to earn your keep, Picasso," he says. I wonder who this Picasso is. Does he have a tire swing like me? Did he ever eat his crayons? I know I've lost my magic, so I try my very best. I clutch the crayon and think. I scan my domain. What is yellow? A banana. I draw a banana. The paper tears, but only a little. I lean back and Mack picks up the drawing. "Another day, another scribble," he says. "One down, 9 to go." What else is yellow, I wonder, scanning my domain. I draw another banana, and then I draw 8 more. 3 visitors are here, a woman, a boy, and a girl. I strut across my domain for them. I dangle from my tire swing. I ate 3 banana peels. The boy spits at my window and the girl throws a handful of pebbles at me. Sometimes I'm glad the glass is there. After the show, my spit pebble children come back. I display my impressive teeth. I splash in my filthy pool. I grunt and hoot and eat and eat and eat some more. The children pound their pathetic chests. They toss more pebbles. "Slimy chimps," I mutter. I throw a me-ball at them, and sometimes I wish the glass were not there. I'm sorry I called those children slimy chimps. My mother would be ashamed of me. Like the spit pebble children, Julia is a child. But that, after all, is not her fault. When her father George cleans the mall each night, Julia sits by my domain. She could sit anywhere she wants, by the carousel, in the food court, on the bleachers coated with sawdust, but I am not bragging when I say that she always chooses to sit next to me. I think it's because we both love to draw. Sarah, Julia's mother, used to help clean the mall, but when she got sick and grew pale and stooped, Sarah stopped coming. Every night, Julia offers to help George, and every night he firmly says, "Homework, Julia. The floors will just get dirty again." Homework, I have discovered, involves a sharp pencil, a thick book, and a long sigh. I enjoy chewing pencils. I am sure I would excel at homework. Sometimes Julia dozes off, and sometimes she reads her books. But mostly she draws pictures and talks about her day. I don't know why people talk to me, but they often do. Perhaps it's because they think I can't understand them. Or perhaps it's because I can't talk back. Julia likes science and art. She doesn't like Layla Burpee, who teases her because her clothes are old. She does like Deshaun Williams, who teases her too, but in a nice way. And she would like to be a famous artist when she grows up. Sometimes Julia draws me. I am an elegant fellow in her pictures with my silver back gleaming like moon on moss, and I never look angry the way I do on the fading billboard by the highway. I always look a bit sad, though. That's where we'll stop today. I hope you're enjoying the story. Come back tomorrow, and we will continue.